Oh, how's it going, Nitrocytes? It's your boy, the Nitro General, back at it again with another video. Now, before we really get into the video, I do want to apologize for not getting this video up sooner. I know, ever since I did the unboxing video of Sword and Shield, and, I did the review a few days, like a week later. I know I said I was going to have a lot of other videos up. I was going to have the first impressions video, and I never did. I do want to apologize for that. I am going to try to get a lot more videos out for you guys. I know a lot of people don't watch my channel, but I do like to just make these videos. If not for to make everybody else happy to watch, I like to make them for me because I like watching them, or not really watching them. I enjoy making them to get my ideas out. I like to talk through my ideas. So yeah, but the whole reason why I haven't got some videos out recently is because my mental health hasn't been super great. I do apologize for that. In the last week, it really hasn't been great. I've been really down. Um, but hopefully that'll start to end soon. I wanted to get this video out for you guys. I do have another video idea that I want to do that hopefully will be up later this week, but it really depends on if I'm still feeling better, or if I'm going to sink right back down to the level I was pretty much up until a few hours ago. So hopefully that's all done. But if not, I do apologize, and the video will be out soon. But I did want to get this video out for you guys. So now that we got that out of the way, I do want to introduce my video that I'm going to be doing today, which, as you can tell by the title, is going to be my top 5 favorite Pokemon of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, as you guys know, if you watch my full impressions video, my full review of the game, that's what that word is, a review of the game that I posted last week, I think. Then you know that I have never had so much fun playing a Pokemon game in my life, and I have never loved the new Pokemon so much in any game that I've ever played, any Pokemon game I've ever played. This game has the coolest new Pokemon. Even some of the less cooler ones, like Alcremie, are actually not as bad as I thought they were going to be. Alcremie is actually starting to grow on me. I used it in my second playthrough when I played through Sword. I used it for a while up until I got a Hatron, but it actually kind of grew on me a lot. I do like how you have to spin for a certain amount of times at different parts of the day to get the different versions. I will not be trying to collect all of them, but yeah. So before we really get into this video, I wanted to make a video on the shiny hunting method in this game, but I've seen so many other videos on it, and it really wouldn't be that long of a video. So before we really get into this, I do want to just say that if you want to know how to shiny hunt, it's just go and watch another person's video. But if you're just watching this one, basically the whole idea is that you can go into your Pokedex and check how many times you've encountered a Pokemon, and basically that's how many times you've knocked out or caught that Pokemon. And all you have to do is do that 500 times. Once you have a 500, once that number is 500, it doesn't have to be a streak, it doesn't have to be a catch combo, nothing like that in these games. All you have to do is get that number to 500. You can go and catch 25, and then come back and catch 300, and then come back and catch 145 more, and then come back and catch like 25 more, whatever you want. You can basically do whatever you want whenever you want to come back in there. You can shut your 3DS, you can shut your Switch off, you can do whatever you want, but as long as that number is 500, you are 6 times more likely to encounter shiny Pokemon of that species. So basically, if you go to Cerebi, they have a table there. Basically, with the shiny charm and the 500 combo, basically it's like a 400 and something chance to get a shiny, 1 in 400 and something, which is really cool. It's just time consuming again because you have to catch all those Pokemon to 500 just to get that chance. So it is that it is better than Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I do think. So, but so that's really out of it. There's no catch combo. You don't need anything like that. You can run away from the Pokemon after. But yeah, I'm actually on my journey to get my first shiny right now, which is a shiny um, Corviknight. So, but I have not got it yet. So, okay, so into my top 5 favorite Pokemon. We're already 5 minutes 30 seconds into this video, and I still haven't got to my top 5 favorite Pokemon. So, so the fifth one was a real debate between a like 3 different Pokemon. I was really debating on Frostmoth because that is super cool. Definitely my favorite bug Pokemon ever. It's one of the coolest Pokemon in this game, and I was also debating on Barraskewda because I think it is super cool, like a like devilish looking fish, and that I just think it's super cool. It's got a really high base stat total too, which was really fun using in my Pokemon Sword playthrough. But yeah, so what did actually make the number 5 on my list is actually a Pokemon that I used in my playthrough of the game. Now up until level 42, I used a Bolt Hound, which is the evolution of Yamper. But basically, I didn't know if I'd like it because I didn't know if I'd want to use Bolt Hound. It was really cool, but I wanted to find something even better. Now, my favorite music I listen to is rock music. So when I saw what this Pokemon looks like, I had to use it on my team. The number 5 spot is definitely going to Toxtricity. I love Toxtricity, and I loved the fact that depending on what nature um your Toxel is what version of Toxtricity you will get. You'll get the amped up form or the not amped up form, whatever that is called. I of course use the amped up form. I have both though, and it is so cool. It gets to move. It like plays the guitar with its things that are on its chest. It's so cool. It's got a move that basically it plays guitar and shoots out like a electric shock wave out, which is dope. I love it. I love using it. And electric poison is such a cool typing. It really is. Um, it just really is. And let me tell you, in my playthrough of Sword, when I did the fairy type gym, I had such a hard time with Togekiss. I really did because I didn't have anything for it. Um, but in my first playthrough of Shield, I freaking demolished it with Static Shock, or Static Shock, I should say. Toxtricity. My Toxtricity's name is Static Shock. That's why I called it that. But basically, I didn't have any problem with it. I didn't realize how much of an issue it really would be if you didn't have anything to counter it. But yeah, so the number 5 spot is going to Toxtricity. So coming in at the number 4 spot is the one Pokemon I actually didn't use on my team, only because of the sheer fact that there's only one place you can get this Pokemon in the entire game, and it's also in one type of weather and one part of the wild area that you actually need the surfing bike to get to, which is the Giant's Mirror. And if you guys have been, playing this game, you probably know which Pokemon I'm going to be talking about. I'm actually talking about its final evolution in the pseudo legendary of this game in Dragonpull. Now, I just want to say, Dreepy is adorable. It is this whole line is by far my favorite pseudo legendaries of all time. I think it's dope. He's really cute. Draculac is dope looking, and Dragonpull is just amazing. The typing in Dragon Ghost is the coolest thing. I actually was like, oh man, this is the first time we've got a Dragon Ghost Pokemon. But it's not. Giratina is Dragon Ghost, but we haven't really been able to get Giratina. I think you can get him in Ultra Sun and Moon and the Ultra Wormhole, I think. But other than that, you weren't able to get him in any game, like catch him in any game, since Diamond and Pearl. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure if you can, I'm not sure if you can catch him in Ultra Sun and Moon. I never did very many of those because I just transferred them over from Sun and Moon. That I transferred over from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y, all those games. So, yeah, basically, it's such a cool Pokemon, and Dragon Ghost is an amazing typing, and not only that, but it's based off a stealth bomber, which I didn't even notice until I heard about it, and I was like, oh man, it does. Its head is shaped like a stealth bomber, and it's got little cannons on its head that shoot out little dreepies, which is adorable. It's just like little dragons that it shoots out of its head. That's so cool. But by far, my favorite thing about this Pokemon is its typing in Dragon Ghost. I am sad that you can't catch Dreepy or Dragolac in the entire game until you get the water bike in one area of the game at like level 60 they spawn at, which is it's just high, and I really wish you could catch Droopy at a lower level. So what I probably will be doing once the games come out, or once Pokemon Home comes out, is I will be breeding all these Pokemon. Maybe I'll do a full shiny playthrough, and I'll just pseudo method or pseudo method. It's the breeding shiny breeding method, whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called right now, but because I will be breeding for a shiny Dreepy. That'll be the first one that I breed for once Pokemon Home comes out, because I will transfer over my shiny Ditto from Also Sun and Moon. That is, I think it's Spanish, but I don't know. But anyways, it helps with the breeding process, um, because it's another language, for getting shiny Pokemon. So then I will be getting shiny Dreepy, and I will be transferring it over to my third playthrough of the game, which I will be using, the starter Pokemon that I didn't use, so I can get the final evolution and stuff like that. And so I might use Dreepy just because I want to use them. So that's why coming in at the number 4 spot is the pseudo legendary of the games, Dragapult. I just love this Pokemon, guys. If you didn't want any Pokemon spoiled for you, and you're just like listening just for listening and not actually looking at the Pokemon, you guys have to check out what Dragapult looks like. It is the coolest thing ever. But I won't show you because I don't want to spoil anything for people who don't want to see. So these last 3 Pokemon are ones that I did use on my team. Just like I used Static Shock, I did it again. Toxtricity on my team. So coming in at the number 3 spot was these last 3 Pokemon were ones that I had told myself I was going to use since way before the games come out. So one of the first Pokemon that was revealed was Corviknight. And I told myself I was going to use Corviknight. I knew I was going to use Corviknight. I didn't know if it was going to be the regional bird, because Rickety didn't look anything like Corviknight did. But then Corvisquire kind of looked like it, and I was like, oh, it must evolve into Corviknight. Fun fact: my first Rickety that I had, which is actually my Corviknight, I named Hooters because I thought it was like a little owlish looking bird. I know it's not an owl, but it kind of had that look to it to me when I first caught it. So I was like, oh, Hooters, that's a really funny name. I'm going to give it Hooters. And then it evolved into Corvisquire, and I was like, oh man, this thing evolves into Corviknight, which I want to use. And I wanted to name my Corviknight Nevermore after Edground posed the Raven. And I didn't know that there was a name raider in every Pokemon Center. I didn't realize that until I was watching a YouTuber play through the game. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's where it is. All this entire time, I was just using a Corviknight named Hooters. So Corviknight is an amazing Pokemon. It was way cooler than I intended it to be. It is so cool. I love it. I love the steel flying typing. I think that is so cool. It is by far the most unique looking regional bird. It almost has like a mechanical look to it, like a knight, like Corviknight. Which to me, I didn't think it was a regional bird, only because it looked so different than all the rest of the regional birds. Sorry, I cannot talk. So it is by far my favorite. I don't know if I'd go far to say it's my favorite legendary bird, because I really like Talonflame and I really like Staraptor, but it is at least second or third in my favorite legendary birds. It's amazing. It is such a cool Pokemon. My only complaint with it is that it doesn't learn a lot of good moves. It doesn't even learn Roost. The only way to get Roost, I'm pretty sure, unless it's a TM somewhere that I don't know about, is you have to find a Brilliant Rookity, which are the ones with like the yellow aura, and they can have egg moves, and one of its egg moves is Roost. So you have to get that and then transfer the egg move over to your Corviknight, which I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet. I got to check into that once I get my shiny Rickety. But but yeah, so he doesn't really learn a lot of good moves. The only steel type move it learns is Steel Wing, which is not that great of a move. Um, and it learns Drill Peck. It learns Peck, and then Drill Peck when it evolves into Corvisquire, I think it does. And then that's literally like all the flying types it moves it learns until Brave Bird at level 50. So it kind of sucks that because sometimes you don't want to use a move that does recoil damage, so you're stuck with a mediocre flying type move in Drill Peck. So it just kind of sucks. So yeah, but anyways, he's still making the number 3 spot on this list. So coming in at the number 2 spot is Pokemon that you guys probably can guess if you watched any of my other any of my other videos on Pokemon Sword and Shield, is Galarian, Ponyta, and Rapidash. I'm gonna give these guys both the number 2 spot in this game because I think I like Galarian Ponyta better, but Galarian Rapidash is amazing. Now I did hear a lot of people that they were disappointed that it's just a unicorn because they thought it was going to turn into like a not a phoenix but like a Pegasus looking Pokemon, which would have been dope, like a flying fairy type or a flying psychic type would have been so cool. I think that would have been awesome, but it's just such a cool Pokemon, and I searched for like an hour for a not a shiny Ponyta. I wish, just a regular Galarian Ponyta, and I found it, and it was so cool. I love it to death. It is amazing. It is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon to use in this game. It's just so awesome. I love them. I love it so much. I don't really know what else to say. I always thought that Ponyta and Rapidash are some of the best shinies in the whole game. So I am definitely hoping that they will have awesome shinies in this game. I don't want to look it up. I want to be surprised. So yeah. But coming in at the number 1 spot, and I'm probably going to make a lot of people irritated with this, my starter was Sobble. I hadn't seen any of the evolutions yet. I didn't want to see any of the ones that had been released. I only wanted to see them if Nintendo had deemed you to see it. And so I had no idea what the evolutions looked like. And I was really nervous that Sobble was going to turn into something terrible like Litten did. And that's why I was really tempted just to go with Scorbunny, because I was like, okay, maybe I should just go with Scorbunny. But I went with Sobble. And I remember I was using Drizzle, and I was watching HDV's stream. He was shiny hunting for a Wooloo, and he was like, oh, I am so disappointed in Sobble's final evolution. And I'm like, oh no. And then my Drizzle evolved, and let me tell you guys, Inteleon is my second favorite starter of all time. It is way cooler than Scorbunny's evolution, which by far, Cinderace is the worst starter of the 3. The worst. Looks wise and stats wise. It has a lower attack, lower special attack, lower defense, and lower special defense than both Rillaboom and Inteleon. It's based off a soccer player, which again I'm gonna keep saying this until Nintendo does something about it. They made a Pokemon based on a cake, and they made a Pokemon based on a soccer player, but still no frigging dolphin. So I just don't understand. But yeah, Inteleon is amazing, and so many people hate it. So many people hate it. It's just amazing. Inteleon is the coolest starter in this game, and the coolest water starter of all time. In my opinion, I love it. It's based off a Sniper, which is super cool. It is the second best starter stats-wise. The only reason why it's not better than Rillaboom is because Rillaboom has a higher defense and special defense. It's a really, really bulky. Fun fact, I actually used Rillaboom my second playthrough because I hadn't seen the evolutions of Grookey, but I had seen it in Scorbunny. So yeah, but yeah, I loved it. I loved Inteleon, and Inteleon has definitely taken the number 1 spot in my favorite new Pokemon because I love it so much. And I will be, it's either going to be Dreepy or it's going to be Sobble as the Pokemon that I'm going to be Masuda methoding. That's what it is. shiny breeding for when I get the chance. So, that is it, guys. That is really it for me. Those are my top 5 favorite Pokemon of Generation 8. You got the fifth spot coming in with Toxtricity, Dragapult, um, Corviknight, Galarian, Ponyta, Rapidash, and Inteleon at number 1. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to leave a comment telling me what other videos you want me to do. I do have another video coming out. Hopefully, it really depends on, just life and stuff, depending on this week or next week. Again, I do want to apologize. My mental health has not been great, and so I really just, while I was feeling a little bit better tonight, I wanted to make a video so that you guys weren't waiting, so long for another Pokemon Sword and Shield video. But other than that, guys, that is really it for me. If you enjoyed this video again, make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell if you don't want to miss one of my videos. I do a lot of different videos and stuff like that. But again, if you don't want to subscribe, that's totally cool too. I mainly make these videos for me because I enjoy making them so much. But other than that, guys, that is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Nature General out. Peace.